A VSLA is a member or community managed group of 15 to 25 people who save together and take small loans from those savings. Each member has a passbook for recording share purchases, savings, and loans. The VSLAs also normally establish a social fund to be used for grants when members are in distress due to unforeseen circumstances. VSLAs were started by Care International.
The VSLA activity has become one of the most important and most fundamental activity of the project. It actually is the first step in building the foundation at the community and the household level to eventually bring other sets of interventions that are more driven by economic growth. The purpose of this documentary is to share with audiences what is VSLA, how it works, what are the benefits of VSLA, and we hope that there are enough testimonies at the community level to demonstrate the impact that it has. And it's to motivate other projects, other development managers and donors to look at this activity and potentially include it in their activities, because it does fit with every sector of development at the community level. We strongly feel that VSLA should be the first development activity to take place in the community. And after that, all other activities that we bring to these communities, we have seen that they have better success once they're built on a VSLA.
A village savings and loan case contains items such as calculator, notebook, members passbook, loans cash sack, social fund cash sack, a sellotape, bylaws slip, ink pad, stamp, pen, and share out copy slip.
First share purchase. The meeting goes through a number of sessions. One is opening of the meeting. 2 is social fund contribution. 3 is share purchase and then expenses. The chairperson calls the meeting to order and opens up the meeting for members to do their contribution. The first contribution they do is social fund, which is used for social purposes. The second contribution is the buying of the share purchase, which members come, buy, and then stand by the secretary to see the number of stamps the secretary is doing. After the contribution, the chairperson will ask whether there are expenses to be made that week. If there are no expenses, they calculate the social fund balances. Then announce to the group, and then the group closes. The loan taking. Members who are interested in taking loan signify by raising their hands. The group decides on who to give the loan to according to what is written in their constitution. Members who are taking loan then come one by one to the money counters. They count the money for them. They pick their passbooks to the secretary. The secretary enters their loan amount in the section of loan records, and then they thumbprint to indicate they have taken the loans. And the meeting closes thereafter. A week before the share-out meeting day, the field officer, together with the executive committee, meet after their contribution. Then they have opportunity to count each member's contribution and records the number of shares each member has bought in their notebook. Then at the share-out meeting session, the chairperson announces that today is share-out. It's a happy day for everybody. members come for their passbooks one by one to count the number of shares they have bought. They then come one by one to the secretary to confirm that the number of shares is as recorded in their notebook. Immediately after that, the calculations are made, the interest added, and together with the interest is counted and put into their passbooks. The chairperson then calls them one by one to come in front to take their monies and then count again to confirm with the records that have been put down in the notebook. After which, the chairperson now thanks everybody for taking part in the share purchase, in the share out session, and then a new share purchase value is determined, and this brings the meeting to an end.
Mohammed Amin Hajara kan yi diyelna yi dan da zan manan group da yulbo na sulon barbune umin da zan manan dan nama na kujim ko kati ma de to akan tan to wum na kare ne bayan san la da kabin na ka to ara la annan da danne mirabu tum ne tun sha na bu ko arban sha na ko kutar ma kan to ara la ha ka ta pachra yo kan tan to pan 1 million nin ko ara chibo ma ko aram zelab zela halle kan yo de kan wara yerna zanga kan lan tan to pan 1 million pa kan 2 million kan ku ara ha ka ta pergele tan pergele ma ndanya la 3.7 bilbo na da kabla no pa mo man ko zo mo man nan dan da zel pam ka tsar song ma na ma de kan nda gul yelga kalan yer nyor na zen yelanga kam ma kurbu ka ta kam ne bora
VSLA jumadie e boa me pa wa masitram na o mu di jumade ba ye sa jumade aboa me enti e ma setram no mi bobo sian so a o mu di mame bo sian na o mu di mame no me di be aye o mu mame wara ka no baako ena mi so obosia na me boy en so no me di bia atwara ka no miensa ade aka ho ama sa wo no mi yimpo a VSLA fo no o mu mbeje eye mi a me dia me to a me di sika no adi ye jumade foforo me di bi di dwa me di bi nso adi twa me ba fees ena me di bi nso adi hye me ho enti e ma sa jumade me ni je ho ama man ka kire me nuanu mu nyonko fo no mu nyina se ho mu mbomode na mu fa mu be hye sa jumade mu na adwumade ni eboa pa ama ya setram no sesia no obi anya nije kama ewo VSLA dwumaye hu.
So one of the beauties of the VSLA group is that it provides a platform to leverage for other activities. We're here today with a VSLA group that was formed in August of 2016. And what we did 5 months later was we trained group members on how to initiate mother-to-mother support group discussions. In the VSLA group, one of the great things is there's a lot of social cohesion. The women get along very well. They're meeting neighbors that they wouldn't necessarily see on a daily basis. And they're meeting regularly to come for the savings. There's a big advantage and drive to meet regularly. And so what we've done is leverage that group cohesion and that regularity of the meeting to then layer in a nutrition intervention. So after their VSLA meetings, the women meet and talk about infant and young child feeding behaviors. They discuss different nutrition behaviors and then discuss how the women will adopt them, and then meet later to discuss whether they have adopted those practices, why or why not, and then support the women to adopt them. So we've seen the VSLA work very well in terms of savings and providing income cushions throughout the year. And now we're seeing where they are also impacting the health and nutrition of the families through these important mother-to-mother support group discussions.
You can see how village savings and loans are having a tremendous impact in Ghana. It's an important model for USAID. We've got over 30,000 women that are participating in these village savings and loan programs. It's leveraged hundreds of thousands of dollars back into the community that's having an important impact. These village savings and loan programs, they knit a community together. They provide an important source of income and relief in an area where there can be shocks, there can be vulnerabilities for vulnerable families. And more importantly, it empowers women. It allows women to build and invest in a business, build and invest in a future, build and invest in their families. This is a model that's catching fire in Ghana. It's something that's been extremely effective, and it's definitely something that we want to see scaled up.